So Tommy Howman is on pole with Joni Ollikainen next to him. Then Kilian Del Olmo, 3 set promotion drivers. I'm sure the two of those, Howman and Ollikainen, won't get in the way of Kilian Del Olmo. Not that he needs any help. He is the champion already. Jared Pesch and Johan Lundqvist completing the grid.
So this won't just be a simple lap of honour, though, for Kilian, because the other 4 drivers alongside him are going to really try and, beat him around this tricky circuit. And of course, there's still a little bit of championship pride to play for as well.
Yeah, in some ways here, they can just all go full send, because actually with Del Olmo with the title tied up already, it doesn't matter what happens. So let's just hope we have an absolute banger of a race. This is the last race for our esports professionals in World RX's Esports Series. We sincerely hope you've enjoyed the action. 2 invitationals and a 4-round series to plug the gap before we go real racing. It's been fantastic to have the esports guys along. They drive the cars a little bit differently. They are very good indeed. We are going to ride on board with the world champion from Dirt Rally 2.0 and now the esports champion as well for World RX. Down towards turn 1, deep on the brakes, full send, full confidence. Kilian Del Olmo is going to come out of this with a whole shot sideways into turn 2. So brave on the way, and someone up his inside, not quite, a lot of dust in the background. It's Del Olmo, and then it's Pesch and Lundqvist in the background, swapping places. Jared Pesch holding on to P2, but Kilian Del Olmo with a whole shot again. Neil, you can see Tommy Howman down in the bottom right corner, fully dressed in his racewear with his hat on and everything, so that's a man who's fully focused for this game. It's Del Olmo leading Pesch, Howman in third, Lundqvist and Ollikainen at the end of lap 1.
And that is how you do it. This is an absolute masterclass in how to do the Cape Town Killarney Raceway on Dirt Rally 2.0 by the best in the world. And what will be interesting as well for the real sport drivers coming up waiting for their final is they will know that this will be the weather, the sunset, dry conditions, that they will be able to see that the weather should be the same for both finals. So they will know they won't have to get the wet tyres on and cope with the slightly less grip. But this is such a great display from all 5 of these, but especially Kilian Del Olmo.
Del Olmo somehow has the talent to be able to bring himself out of trouble. It didn't go his way through the whole series. He's had his little moments where it hasn't gone quite his way. Certainly at the first round at Abu Dhabi, he got P3 there, but he won in Norway and he won in Sweden, and he's like trying to take a 3rd win here. Crowned champion anyway, thanks to his brother getting a penalty. Oh, contact there, very, very reminiscent of the real-life world title fight last year. Jared Pesch finding a gap up the inside. Kilian Del Olmo, though, managing to hold on. Pesch still looking to try and take a win off him. Jared Pesch would love to finish the season with a win. Gets up inside the rear 3/4 again, but just can't quite get alongside. Has another look now, contact between them again. Tommy Howman in the mix now. Howman going to try and make a pass on Jared Pesch if he's not careful. They've got to watch out for Joni Ollikainen as well. I'm trying to look at the gap back to Ollikainen. It's 3.7 seconds sideways. Jared Pesch has gone joker, splits off behind the barrier now. All to play for. So it's Del Olmo and Tommy Howman on the standard lap. Where is Pesch going to come back in? Behind Ollikainen. So Ollikainen is close. Pesch was right in the mix here. Ollikainen is a threat to Del Olmo, Neil.
So I think Pesch and Howman were squabbling, and Pesch went wide, and he was kind of forced into the joker by whether it was contact or a mistake. So now that's really hampered his overall potential result, and it means that there's a little bit of breathing space for Kilian Del Olmo, but he does have Tommy Howman who's closing that gap, coming down to almost a second between those two, and they've still both to joker.
Watch for the gap back to Joni Ollikainen. That's the one that matters. At 4.3, I think they've done enough. So they've edged it out just a little bit. We saw Pesch was a little bit beaten up, which might be why he ended up behind Ollikainen. I think the gap would have been enough, but with the contact in the chicane just before the split, Jared Pesch dropped back into the clutches of Joni Ollikainen. Kilian Del Olmo coming down into the chicane on his final lap. Going to split off to the joker lap this time around. Joni Ollikainen you need to watch for on the inside for the merge. But Kilian Del Olmo looking pretty much untroubled. A big sideways drift, and the Dirt 2.0 world champion ties up another title here. The set esports driver is crowned champion of World RX's first ever esports series in the sim category. Brilliant drive by him. Tommy Howman P2, Joni Ollikainen takes 3rd, and then it's Pesch and Lundqvist. Fantastic drive by Kilian Del Olmo, taking the title before the final even was started. But fantastic to finish it with a proper drive and with a win. He was brave into turn 1. brilliant performance.